From Wish TV and the All Indiana Podcast Network, this is the News 8 Daily 8 Podcast with Wish TV's Kylie Conway. A Wish TV News 8 update.
Hi, this is Kylie Conway, and this is your News 8 Daily 8 for Monday, September 12th. There is a slight chance of some spotty showers today, mainly later in the day, otherwise partly to mostly cloudy and much cooler. If you've stepped out, you've certainly noticed that. A few wind gusts to 25 miles per hour, but high temperatures in the mid-60s. So yeah, mid-60s is the high today. Pretty chilly. 3 people are dead in a violent 8 hours across Indianapolis. IMPD responded to at least 4 shootings, and a person who arrived at Methodist Hospital shot. Police say a man died in the most recent shooting on the east side. Officers found the victim dead in the street at 18th and DeQuincy just before 1 this morning. IMPD says that police are now looking for witnesses and that they have no information on a potential suspect yet. And IMPD is also looking for the person who shot and killed a woman near Washington Park. Officers originally responded to reports of gunshots at 34th and Keystone Avenue around 10:45. Police found a man shot. He told officers that the shooting happened a block west on Browse Avenue. There, IMPD says that police found a woman dead inside a truck. No word on the victims' names or any suspect information. And police in Indianapolis say a man died after a fight at a Mexican restaurant led to a shooting. Officers arrived to El Pastorcito near 79th and Michigan Road just before 8 last night. Police say they found a man shot in the parking lot in critical condition. The victim later died at the hospital. Police say a second person was pistol whipped and treated at the scene. Officers say they recovered a firearm but haven't said anything about a potential suspect. And today is the deadline for former President Trump's legal team to convince a judge that the Justice Department should not be able to review documents seized from his Mar-a-Lago estate before a special master goes through them. The judge granted Trump's request for a special master last Monday. According to the order, prosecutors could not use material taken from Trump's home until they were reviewed by a special master, but intelligence agencies were allowed to continue their review. In a filing Thursday, the Justice Department argued that would be impractical, saying it and the FBI's work on the investigation could not be separated. The department is urging to get access to the documents now, saying it's a matter of national security. A former defense secretary says he's concerned that the documents could identify U.S. intelligence sources. Trump's team has until 10 o'clock this morning to respond. President Biden and his wife will attend the state funeral service for Queen Elizabeth II. The White House says Buckingham Palace only invited the first couple and not a delegation for the service 1 week from today. The Queen's coffin will rest at the Palace of Holyrood House until tomorrow so the Scottish public can pay their respects. Then it will be flown to London to lie in state at the Palace of Westminster. And members of Congress say a health care program for 9/11 survivors and first responders is running out of money. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer is pushing to address a $3 billion deficit. Without funding, the program would eventually not be able to help any new members. Schumer says many people continue to be diagnosed with cancers and other complications related to the attacks. The fund provides free medical monitoring and treatment for people with certified health conditions related to those attacks. It's authorized through 2090. In the war in Ukraine, Ukrainian forces are keeping up counter-offensive momentum against Russia. Leaders say that they've liberated more than 20 villages within 1 day. Newly published video shows Ukrainian soldiers waving the flag in Izium, a city seized by Russia in March. Russian forces fled the city just 5 days after Ukrainian forces began an offensive. Ukrainian officials say it's recaptured more than 3,000 square kilometers of territory in the last week. That's more territory than Russian forces have captured in all of their operations in Ukraine since April. To the Colts now, the team heads home, reflecting on an anticlimactic comeback. The Colts get back to work at the complex today, now 0-1 on the season. The franchise sees its first tie in history in Houston and technically breaks its 8-year week-long losing streak. The Texans took the lead in the second quarter, intercepting quarterback Matt Ryan and driving for a touchdown. The teams went into overtime tied at 20. With 2 minutes left, Colts kicker Rodrigo Blankenship missed what would have been a game-winning field goal from 42 yards out. And veteran driver Will Power is celebrating a new IndyCar championship. He went into the series finale yesterday in Monterey with the points lead. Power had the lead in the race itself until lap 27 when the eventual winner passed. Alex Below captured his only win of the season, finishing third. This is Power's second IndyCar Series championship. Fire crews report both struggle and progress in fighting multiple wildfires stretching the West Coast from north to south. In Oregon, more than 3,000 people are under new evacuation orders for the Cedar Creek fire. It's a month-old fire that has scorched more than 86,000 acres and just one of 18 fires burning across Oregon and Washington. Experts are hopeful that air quality is at least improving, even though the fire is only 12% contained. In California, more than 2,000 personnel are battling the mosquito fire near Sacramento. Flames threaten thousands of homes and buildings. Officials say cooler temperatures have helped the fight. Still, the fire is 10% contained. More than $11 million worth of meth are off the streets this morning. U.S. Customs and Border Patrol officers say the bust is the largest seizure ever at the port of entry in Del Rio, Texas. Authorities found 1,300 pounds of the drug in a diesel tanker truck. A new policy adopted by several payment networks could help better prevent mass shootings. American Express, MasterCard, and Visa committed over the weekend to separately categorize sales at gun shops. Until now, gun store sales were considered general merchandise. Gun control advocates hope companies will use the data to track suspicious surges of firearm purchases. Gun rights advocates argue tracking gun sales would unfairly target legal purchases. Elon Musk fans only have a couple days left to bid on memorabilia. One of Musk's former college girlfriends is auctioning off photos and gifts from him. The items on the auction include 18 photos of Musk, a necklace he gave her, and a birthday card. The card has gotten the most interest from people so far. The auction house says that it's going for $7,000 with hopes of reaching $10,000. You have until Wednesday to bid on the items. Kenan Thompson will host the 74th Primetime Emmy Awards. Streaming shows once again lead nominations. HBO's Succession is nominated for 25 awards, including Best Drama, alongside Squid Game and Severance. The award show starts at 8 o'clock tonight. And finally, to business headlines, the nation's supply of food could take a hit if railroad workers go on strike. As soon as this week, 115,000 freight rail workers could walk out if they can't reach a new contract with railroads, potentially shutting down the national rail network that transport 20% of all grain shipments. Railroads also carry a lot of fertilizer that is crucial to growing food. Pre-owned car prices sank 4% in August to the lowest since last September, according to Manheim data. Pre-owned vehicles were among the biggest sources of pandemic-era inflation as semiconductor shortages halted the production of new vehicles. And Netflix may abandon its binge-watching model for new series. The concern at Netflix is that people subscribe just for one show, watch all the episodes in one sitting, and then cancel. Netflix recently lost 1 million subscribers. And Kellogg's releases cereal Instabowls that don't require milk. According to the company, the water will activate powdered milk in the cup, making your cereal bowl taste like a traditional breakfast. Kellogg's states that the water will turn the instant milk into real milk after a quick stir. This has been your News 8 Daily 8 for Wish TV. I'm Kylie Conway. Online at wishtv.com and follow us on Facebook when you search Wish TV.
This is the News 8 Daily 8 podcast with Wish TV's Kylie Conway. A Wish TV News 8 update on demand for even more on demand and on the go. Connect with Wish TV on Facebook at wishtv.com and on the free Wish TV mobile app. Thank you for listening. And be sure to like, subscribe, and follow this podcast for updates every weekday morning on the All Indiana Podcast Network and wherever you get your podcast.